Our specialty was oil refineries, and this mission was to Black Hammer, Germany, deep into in the Balkans. It was a synthetic oil field. And with the Germans always being short of fuel for their tanks and what have you, they were very important. I've been on the Plesty Romania raids 4 times where we lost many, many, many planes. And I managed to steer the plane. When I say steer, I mean give directions to the pilot. And I got as far as mid-Hungary when German fighters came, knocked out another engine. So the plane cannot really fly under one engine when you have 4. And we kept losing altitude, and it was obvious that we'd have to bail out, parachute out. And the engines were on fire. And so I say, I got them as far as Hungary, mid-Hungary, when these German fighters came at us. And then suddenly I saw the German fighters do an about-face. And then I looked, and there were the Tuskegee Airmen. And they chased the German fighters away. German fighters were afraid of the Tuskegee Airmen because they're so good. Tuskegee Airmen were, it's an all-black fighter pilot squadron. The U.S. military said that black people don't have the intelligence to fly an airplane. And there was a lot of argument on that when one of the generals in the Air Force said, well, let's give them a try. Let's see if they can know which way a plane is supposed to fly. And, you know, so degrading, it was shameful. And they trained in Tuskegee, Alabama. That's how they got the name. And they painted the tails of the fighter planes red. That's how they also got the Red Tail Group, like the movie that's playing now in town about their life. And they not only did very well, in fact, they excelled in it and were more expert than the white fighter pilots. So they were allowed to fly, but they had to be escort only, and they're not supposed to fight the Germans and all that sort of stuff. But they disregarded that. The German fighters saw them and did an about-face, an absolute turn away, and I saw them off in the distance, and they wouldn't touch us. So the Tuskegee Airmen went after them, shot 2 of them down, then came back. And it was obvious to them that with the plane on fire, we had to bail out. But they stayed with us and kept the German fighters away until all of us could bail out. I was the last one to bail out because there was one of the nose gunners who was, well, he went wild. He was so frightened, and I had to make sure that he got out. Otherwise, he would have gone down with the plane, and I couldn't see that. My conscience would let me do that. So it's as soon as the Tuskegee men had to leave us, then the fighters came and shot down the 4th engine, so the plane just went, all the way down while I was still in the plane. And I managed to get this kid, I call him a kid because I was 22 going on 23, and he was 18 or 19. To me, that was a kid. And I had to, in effect, put his parachute on him and push him out of the plane, and I pulled the ripcord for him before he left the hatch. And I was almost immediately captured by Hungarian farmers. They didn't like the idea of this plane burning up their farmland. These Hungarian fighters, farmers, came after me, and I couldn't understand their language. I could understand some German because I took 3 years of high school German, and I wasn't a bad student. So that helped me a great deal. And I wondered what they were going to do with me when I soon caught on, when they took me to a tree, put a rope around one of the branches. The other end of the rope was around my neck and started to string me up. But they made the mistake of not tying my hands or my feet. So when my hands were free, I pushed them away. So they came back, repeated the operation of rope up and around my neck, tied my hands, but the dumbbells didn't tie my feet. So I kicked them away. So the third time, we went through the same procedure, except my hands and my feet were tied. I put the noose around a lot tighter than before. They strung me up. They claimed that my feet were actually off the ground. I don't see how that's possible, because if your feet are off the ground, you're hanged. But my feet were off the ground, apparently, for about a few seconds, when two German soldiers came up and made them release me because they wanted me for interrogation. And so what I did is there was a shack, and they put me and a couple of our gunners that happened to come were out of the plane. The plane was on fire completely. One of the things I did, I think, my story, as I get into it, I dropped the bombs before I left, because if you didn't, and the fighter hits it, a plane, it goes up in flame, explodes, and everyone would have been dead. This way, one of our aerial gunners was killed in the plane, and the other 9 of us escaped. And the next day, I was told that I have to stand in front of this stone, have an ID picture taken, and then they'll shoot me. And so I says, oh, okay, if that's the way it is. And for some reason, his gun jammed. I don't know why, how. He looked at there was ammunition in the gun. And he remarked in German, these American fighters, they're strange people. They don't die.